Hi again, Michael Sipe here of the Strategic Advisor Board and owner of Sipe Coaching and Consulting, where I help entrepreneurs find that work-life balance. All right, on today's episode of Empowered Leadership, I'm going to be talking about the energy of trust. All right, we want our employees to trust us as business owners. But when we think about the energy behind that, well, there's some ways to bring about that energy of trust. In previous episodes, I talk about energy, but just a quick refresher. Energy is our core personal energy, and that is the thoughts we think, the emotions we feel, and the actions or behaviors we take because of those thoughts and emotions together. And we have different energy levels throughout the day, but there's some ones that are really positive and helpful for building and growing a company. And let's talk a little bit about bringing that into from a trust perspective. Okay, here are 7 tips that we want to bring into our organization. And why do we want to do this? Well, frankly, 75% are people who have trust at their companies have less stress, and 100% are more energized in their work. In other words, they're putting out better quality, higher quality energy into their work. And then the other aspect of it is that 50% have a greater productivity. So this has all been measured and shown to be viable to increase trust. So based off of that, let's talk about those 7 areas that we can work on to build trust. Number 1, we can give people discretion in how they do their work. In other words, we're going to empower them to figure out how to do their work in a way that contributes to the whole, to help them meet their KPIs, help them meet their goals, but give them discretion how they do that. All right, that helps build trust because we're now trusting them, so therefore they'll trust us. Number 2, identify and induce a challenge stress. So maybe we've heard of like a 21-day challenge and we jumped on it because we want to improve ourselves in some way. Well, we can do the same thing with our employees. We can give them a challenge that's a little outside their comfort zone, but enough that it kind of propels them, puts a little bit of pressure on them, in which case they will then rise to the challenge because 1, we've set the bar a little bit higher, but 2, we believe and let them know that we think they can make it, but it's going to push them a little bit. So that's helping build trust because we have confidence in their ability. Third thing we want to do is recognize their excellence. Recognize that great performance or something that they did well. Give them that good job kind of reward mentality of recognizing that excellence. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to share information broadly. We don't want to hold it in. We want to share that vital information so that people understand what's going on across the company and not just in their own area. Next, we want to identify and build relationships, build that teamwork. For those of you that are familiar with energy level 5, that's that collaboration level. And we love seeing and bringing that in as a leadership consultant to bring in that ability to create teams. And that's based off the relationships, not only horizontally, but vertically. All right, the next thing we want to do is help people grow into a whole person, like give them other things in the company that help them grow. And then lastly, we want to show that we're open. We want to make sure that they understand that, hey, we may not have all the answers to our problems. And if we openly admit that to them, then they know that actually we're being honest about where we are, and we might even be needing their help. And so they feel empowered that way. All right, so those were 7 tips on how to help build trust in your workplace and boost your productivity, boost the energy levels, and reduce stress for those that work for you. All right, I hope you found this little segment helpful for you. If you did, click the like button down below. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to add those. And lastly, thank you for watching. We really appreciate you as a viewer of our show and hope to see you follow us on another episode that will come out shortly. All right, thanks again for watching. Have a great day.